Here we are, made it to the scrapper, about ready to pull up on the scales.
Driver's license, please.
You got her.
Thank you, dear. Go ahead.
Thank you.
9180.
So it said 9180 or 9200. So I wonder which one they'll give me. We'll look at that when we get back. Welcome back. This is Defender Fabrication. My name's Scott, and this is shop update number 5, December 1st, 2017 edition. In this episode, we're going to talk about the trip to the scrap yard and the winner of the Guess the Weight of the Scrap contest. We're going to take another look at the drill press that I bought on the last episode and what I've done to it since then. We're going to talk about some cleanup I've done on the property and some more accumulation of items for the scrapper. We're going to take a look at the office and its state of completion. We're going to talk about a paying job I got here at the shop in the last 2 weeks to make an adapter to put a quick release steering wheel onto a factory steering column. In an upcoming video, I'm going to show you how to lay out and fabricate a funnel. What I've got is, this is the funnel from my oil drain for under the lift. And as you can see, during the move, it got hit and we broke the funnel. What we're going to do is we're going to make one out of aluminum. I've got enough material here on hand, and we'll replicate this angle, and I'll show you how to create a pattern for the pie-shaped piece to roll this out of. So be looking for that in the near future. I had a customer that we did a roll cage for here a while back contact me and want to know if I could make an adapter to get a quick release attached to his factory steering column. He bought the steering adapter and cut up a steering wheel and was going to weld the hub of the original steering wheel to the quick release, but it was made of aluminum, and of course, you know, that's not going to work. So he contacted me and wanted to know if I could make it work. So what you're looking at here in the pictures is what I produced for him. I took his hub and welded it to a piece of plate, transferred the pattern to that plate so that it would bolt with 6mm button head bolts. And in addition, the plate had to be drilled not only to clear for the center bolt or nut, but the holes to pull that hub as well. The original factory steering wheel, although it is splined, it has, in one place, it has a double spline, so it'll only go on one way. So the trick was getting everything lined up and getting the steering wheel centered so that it would all fit correctly. So we managed to get all the drywall hung up here. I'm not sure where we were at on the last update, but we've got the Freon lines prepped in the correct location, and the drain. We've got a hose for the drain, and it just goes out the bottom of the building real close to the ground. And here's the control wires. Now normally these control wires would have came in over here, but that area is kind of crowded in the bottom of this unit, and since it was really, we were indifferent, we went ahead and put a hole over here in the correct location, and they'll just come right up and get hooked up. give you a quick pan around. I've got the backer board for the tile areas of the bathroom to be put in. That's the next thing to be done. But all the drywall is hung in here, but in the bathroom we've still got work to do. I did get a quote on having all this drywall finished, but the guy wanted $1,350. Now, he was buying material, but that didn't include any drywall. It was just mud and tape. So I turned that down, and he called me back about an hour later and said he could do it for $1,000. And I just got to thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? It doesn't have to look great. For $1,000, I can buy $100 worth of material and finish it myself. So that's what we're going to do. So here's some of the stuff we found in the weeds over here. A couple riding mowers and a couple Graveleys and odds and ends. Some bathroom fixtures. Now that'll be scrap because that's cast iron, but we'll have to get those dumped somewhere. Old tank, a piece of pipe. This whole area, if you remember, was covered in brush. You can see right through here where it's never been mowed. But I burned a big pile of stuff already, and then we generated another pile. That's all green, so that won't burn quite yet. Might have to wait till spring till that dries out. But we got in here and got all this cleared out. It was amazing the stuff that was in the mud, in the dirt. There is a pile of block that I got to get out of there. A lot of this you couldn't even see. But we even cleared out that tank and piece of pipe was in here, and that's a garage door opener, but it's now stuck in the roots of those trees that I had cut down earlier this year. And here's the small stuff that we dug out of there as well. We'll get all that in the truck when we go back to the scrapper. And you might have seen I did another video on this piece. If not, if you hadn't seen it, check it out. This was somebody said this was a lightning protection system they put on barns back in the day. But there's still a lot of work to be done. I got to get in here and clear this bunch of stuff out. I put this skid in here months ago. This is a pile of bricks and some blocks and stuff. I'm gonna stack them bricks on here, and then blocks that's busted up, we'll get those to landfill or where somebody's trying to fill in an area. And then the blocks that are still good, like these right here, I'll get them uncovered and see if we can't get them advertised for sale and get somebody come in and get them to use. Let's take a look at some pictures of the drill press in its current state. Since the last update, I got the phase converter mounted and did some cleanup. I successfully used the drill press on a little job, but on the 6th hole, we had a failure. and it appears that a set screw has come loose on one of the pulleys. I'm gonna have to tear that thing down, as the set screw is underneath one of the V-belt pulleys, but we'll do a video on that later on. So we're gonna go on up around here, get back on the scale. $74.20. So do the math, boys, do the math.
Hello.
Hello, ladies. Smile, you're on YouTube.
Oh no, please.
I'm having a contest to see who can guess how much scrap was in my truck.
What did they win?
Some tools.
Oh,
There's that.
okay. There you go.
Thank you. Y'all have a good holiday.
You too.
That ended up being 1,740 pounds. And at 57 cents a pound, no, 5.75 cents a pound. I got $100 and a nickel. So there you have it. That's the weight. That's what we got out of it. Although we didn't have a lot of participation in the contest, we do have two separate winners. Looks like Craig Voisin at 1,099 pounds was the best guess for the weight, and BAM Customs at $64.15 was the best guess at the actual value of the scrap. Let's go with BAM Customs at being closer by percentage, gets the pick of which set of sockets, either the Torx bits or the Torx sockets. Craig, you'll get the what set that BAM Customs doesn't want. As a little bonus, and since we didn't have a lot of participation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody who made a guess, and those of you not mentioned are Busy Bee Restoration, RJ's Workshop, and TJ's Welding. So I'm going to give everybody that participated, including the winners of the sockets, a couple of Defender Fabrication decals. So if you'll send me your shipping information to defenderchassis@yahoo.com, and I'll put a link to that down in the little doobly-doo, then I'll get that stuff right out to you. So hey, listen, I appreciate you guys participating, and if you like the video, thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in a couple weeks on the next shop update. Thanks.